Experience.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey kids, what time is it?
Are you ready to begin?
Let the games begin.
Hit it! As we go a little something like this.
It's the Brian and Casey Experience, featuring Brian Thomas and Casey Cochran.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Chinatown. A tang-a-tang-tang. A tang-a-tang-tang-tang.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Does he look like a bitch?
Everybody be cool. You be cool.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
God, I love being a turtle!
Great Scott.
Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. Everybody on? Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful.
And here we go.
And now, here's Brian and Casey.
You ready? Ready to begin? Are you ready to begin?
Let the games begin.
Ready for battle. Gladiators ready. No, how's it go?
Father to a murdered child, husband to a murdered wife. I can't remember.
Are you kidding me?
I can't remember the. You talking about Gladiator?
No. The American Gladiator.
No, I never watched that.
What?
I watched
oh my God,
when I was like
the original was one of the greatest shows on TV.
when I was
USA.
when I was tiny, Casey. Like I remember watching it. Like
there is still Tiny Casey.
I was like this big.
Okay.
Really small.
Well, you know what time it is?
Smurfing time.
There we go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's hit it. All right, welcome everyone to the Brian and Casey Experience, episode 25. Woo, they're a little hyper tonight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am your host, Brian Thomas. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Casey Cochran. We're recording from the Bachelor Pad Studios in glorious Towson, Maryland. Episode 25, Brian?
Episode 25.
Wow, I feel like we're getting old already.
Huh? Are you still 25 or what? How old
I'm
are you?
26.
You're 26.
So it's almost as old as me.
That's getting old.
It's quarter of a century.
Makes me ancient, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically.
I just don't have the wisdom. That's all.
Yeah.
So, Case, usually we try to start off on a good note here. There's some sad news to report, unfortunately, and I think you watch the news, and you probably know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, very, very sad note. Hostess / Wonder Bread, Hostess Inc. is closing. No more Twinkies for Casey. No more the snowballs for Brian. And no more of those wonderful, wonderful chocolate cupcakes. But, Case, I did do better. I did go to the store before I came here. And
wow. I wish everybody could see this because I thought I saw Brian reach behind his little lazy boy. And I was like, Brian is not going to reach out of there and pull out
a Twinkie out of his ass?
Twinkie. And he pulled up a box of Zingers.
I've never heard of a Zinger. Here's a Zinger, Case. Have a Zinger.
And Brian
Zing. There we go.
What is this?
This is what I call a good icebreaker. No, Casey, you can't have any. Anyway,
it's like a chocolate cake with cream filling.
I would describe it as a Swiss cake roll without. It's like one of those little chocolate cupcakes anyway, though.
Yeah.
So you can eat your Swiss. You can eat your Zinger.
I'll hold on to it.
I'm going to eat some Zingers. I need some caffeine right now. Okay. Anyway, I don't know about you. I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm not surprised because I thought already that Hostess was kind of made its way. They kind of disappeared already. They were off the track. This happened like in the last couple of years, I remember, didn't it?
They've always been back and forth.
Kind of like you.
They've been They've been kind of fighting bankruptcy for a while, and then just this. I guess the strike that the workers went on was like the straw that broke the camel's back. They're done. They're closing
cream
up shop.
filling. Yeah. Okay.
Where'd the cream filling?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When was the last time you even had like a Twinkie?
I don't know. It's probably, whenever it was, it could have been a couple of years ago. It probably was the last time because these things are selling like hotcakes. I just read on the internet that, as a matter of fact, you can find these on eBay. They were going for, oh my God.
You just ate your profit right there. You could have sold those for like $100.
I was going to get the coffee ones or whatever they're called. I couldn't determine which one you liked. Where did they put it on here? Oh, bear with me for a sec.
That's a big Twinkie.
Yeah, we can't. They're not going to use that in Ghostbusters 3. We know that much.
No.
Yeah, they're liquidizing these all over eBay. You go to the Hostess store. There was one in Glen Burnie, as a matter of fact.
And Hostess store?
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
They said that, the reporter was asking when do you guys close? They're like today, 6 p.m. and that's it. No more.
Wow.
This was yesterday, as a matter of fact. I think it was.
That's crazy.
Pretty sad for a lot of people without jobs right before the holidays.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a strike going on, all kinds of stuff.
My personal. I mean, I don't know enough. I don't know enough to have a complete educated opinion on it. But from what I understand, the union went on strike and they were asking. They had unreasonable demands, basically, and that's why because Hostess decided not to meet those demands because sales were down. Profits were down. They just couldn't sustain themselves as a company. And you have a union come in like, okay, well, we want to raise everybody's pay and we're going to go on strike until that happens. That's kind of unreasonable to expect.
Yeah.
And, what do you expect going on strike like that? So, I mean, it's unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but I mean, you kind of had to expect that a little bit.
Yeah, it says here that they filed for Chapter 11 back for the second time in January. All the factory stores are closing, whatever else. So if you can get your hands on a box of Twinkies right now, I suggest you hold on to that and you sell it.
Kind of like PS3s and Wii's.
Yeah, pretty much, kind of like that. If you remember in Die Hard, John McClane, when the original Die Hard, okay, he was in Nakatomi Towers and he found like a 20-year-old Twinkie. He was saying, I don't think he's going to find that in the next Die Hard next year. That's just me.
I doubt it.
No. Anywho, back to business though, Case.
Back to business.
What is up? You had to think about it. I'm enjoying my zinger right now. That sounds so sexy right now, I think. Episode title, Zinger.
I'm shaking my head. SMH, as the kids say. Shaking my head.
Oh.
So like if you're, on a date with some girl, or you're texting some girl and she says SMH, that means shaking my head. I just figured this out like 2 months ago.
I thought they were just too lazy to spell something out. I really did. Yeah. Okay.
I literally thought like for a year or two, I thought it was like shoo. Like I don't know.
No!
Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know until I told you, so.
I don't know what these crazy kids are. What is your definition of LOL? I know too.
Laugh out loud.
I thought it was laugh online, but I don't know.
No, it's definitely not laugh online.
All right, LAMAO.
Laughing, wait, hold on. What?
LMAO. What did I say?
What?
LMAO. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
JK, joking.
LFMAO, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad we're educated with that today.
BFF.
You're not mine.
Have you ever seen Pineapple Express?
No.
It's like he said.
Why do I want to see a movie with James Franco in it?
What? He's a great actor.
He's such a little.
What are you talking about? James Franco's.
You would like him.
But it's what do you say? BFFF. Best friends for ever. Effing. It was funny. I thought.
POA.
I don't know that one.
Piece of ass.
No. You would.
Yeah, I would. Anywho, what's going on, big guy?
There's a lot.
What's up, Slick?
A lot's going on. I saw Lincoln last night.
All right.
Well,
if everybody doesn't know, I'm just going to give real quick. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a Spielberg fan, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I like Indiana Jones. I like Jaws. I like E.T. I like Catch Me If You Can.
E.T.'s coming out on Blu-ray soon.
E.T. phone home.
It's on my Amazon wish list, so if anybody wants to get me a Christmas present,
I got your Christmas present. Casey's working on it right now.
Zingers?
Yeah. What happens after the zinger? Zang.
No, I don't get it. No.
Okay. Anywho, I respect Steven Spielberg. He's Jurassic Park. He's made some
20. You know what
and
I
he was. I'm sorry. He was a producer on Back to the Future also.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, when we saw James Bond, the trailer for the 3D Jurassic Park 20th anniversary. 20th
You're like, boy, do I feel old.
I know. It's like, damn. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm back in my day.
Back in my day, they had these little things called Zingers and Twinkies, and there was cream filling in them.
I saw Jurassic Park and it wasn't in 3D. Yeah. I had to picture it in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like Spielberg, but I think he's becoming, he's not a hack, but he's just becoming, it's like, okay, Spielberg's going to make a movie again. Let's go. He's going to get another Oscar nominated movie. He's going to make a movie about a horse and call it War Horse and put some John Williams music in there and just put a very sad story about a horse running in a war. That's just me.
Okay.
So go ahead with Lincoln. What do you got?
War Horse, I mean, I didn't see War Horse. I still need to see it. I've heard some unfavorable reviews of it.
Still nominated.
But before War Horse, I mean, what did he make? I mean, he assisted with Super 8, which Super 8 was still a good movie.
Super 8 was good. The Adventures of Tintin.
I didn't know that. Okay, I've been wanting to watch that. I've been wanting to watch that.
Loosely based off, or Indiana Jones was loosely based off it, or vice versa. I think it was because it's kind of that.
I remember watching
thing.
Tintin when I was little.
I never heard of it.
It was on HBO.
Okay.
It was like a cartoon. It was based off of, I think, like a British comic or something like that. So, I mean, I enjoyed watching it when I was little.
Okay. So he did those two movies last year. I think it was.
Other than that, I can't name anything recently.
He's been doing more producing. Oh, well, of course. Transformers. He's been the executive producer for all his films.
Really?
He was executive producer for every single Transformers, for Super 8, and for Cowboys and Aliens.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, does the executive producer actually do anything? I feel like it's just like a title.
Actually they do. Yeah. When Megan Fox made the comment about Michael Bay, it was Steven Spielberg said, "Fire her ass." How about that?
Interesting.
When somebody gets called Hitler, I think that's what's going to happen.
I thought the producer kind of just didn't really have any artistic input into the movie.
Not true. No.
Oh, interesting.
Not true. No. More than you think, anyway.
Well, anyway, so back to Lincoln. I've been anticipating this movie for as long as I knew. I heard about it. Daniel Day-Lewis is possibly one of my favorite actors to watch. He doesn't really play a whole lot of roles. Trying to grab the boxes, zingers out of the box without.
Sorry, I'm being very quiet.
Fat boy over there, but so
protein.
It's not. It's just sugar.
Okay, go ahead.
So Daniel Day-Lewis, great. Gangs of New York, great movie. He's wonderful in that movie. There's he played
Last of the Mohicans. He was in that too.
Okay, I haven't seen Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, then you're not Daniel Day-Lewis fan, you little.
I need to get back and see it, but
a real fan.
But he's a great actor, and
you're naming two movies. What else has the guy done?
I'm trying to think. He was in a boxing movie. I forget the name of the movie though. And he was pretty good in that. I'm drawing a blank, but I mean, but what I've seen him in, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Two movies, and you're in love. He's one of your favorite actors.
I'm drawing a blank. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
like how you said Robert Downey Jr. is the best actor in the world right now.
I didn't say
I hold you to that.
I didn't say best actor in the world. I said he's the best actor right now. He's at least the biggest.
You said, all right, go ahead. Anyway, I want the Lincoln review. So you have Tommy Lee Jones in there. Yeah. You have
it's a who's who
Sally Field.
Who's who of actors. James Spader's in it.
Yeah, there's
Joseph
Robin's in it.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
He made his way out of the Batcave back to 17. It's
actually the second movie. He was also in The Conspirator, which was the movie about the people who conspired to assassinate Lincoln. So it's actually a second movie in 5 years about Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
But
synopsis of what this movie is
about. It's a period piece, and it's basically all about his attempt to get the 13th Amendment, which is the
slavery.
The amendment to abolish slavery passed. So
thou shalt not pass. Sorry.
Well, that's a lot of people felt that way at the time. So at the point the movie starts, the bill had already passed the Senate, and in order to get a bill passed in the House, I'm sorry, not a bill, a amendment to the Constitution passed, you need 2/3 majority. So it's not just a simple 51%. You need 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, the Republicans, which is the party that Lincoln was, they had over a majority. They had a majority in the House, but just barely over a majority. So he had to convince a bunch of Democrats to vote for the bill. And at the time, the Democrats were firmly against it. They wanted slavery to stay.
Okay.
They were against. A lot of them were still against, recognizing African Americans as equal to white people at that time. So there's racism involved. There's just simple politics. And honestly, I was really surprised because I don't know how accurate the movie is. I'm imagining it's fairly accurate, but it does not paint Lincoln in the best light.
I read an interview about the lady who wrote the book that it's based on, actually.
It's loosely based, but yeah.
Spielberg read this book and he said that he wanted to do this movie.
Yeah.
And how she was saying about how Lincoln is actually supposed to be really funny or something like that.
Yeah, and they show that.
Yeah, okay.
And he it's funny because he goes on these. It's just watching Daniel Day-Lewis. You think you're not like, okay, that's Daniel Day-Lewis. You're like, oh my god, I'm watching Lincoln give this speech, and he would just randomly be talking to people and then start busting out in a story, and then people were like, oh my god, another story. You could just see the people around him were just not very.
Enthusiastic.
That he was just telling stories all the time.
Right.
But it had to be a difficult role for any actor to play. And it was just amazing, the job that Daniel Lewis did. And it's all about the politics. It is kind of a slow burn.
Right.
But if you were interested in politics, I thought it was fascinating.
So our friends from the Meat Locker would just love this and just in their pants.
Well, it depends. But cause they basically, it's all about how they had to basically bribe all 30 Democrats to vote for this bill. And it's interesting. You don't really hear about that sort of thing in the history books, but they all the kind of quick pro quo, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine type of deal. And Lincoln actually, I don't know how accurate this is, but in the movie, what happens is you have a party which includes the vice president of the Confederate States, and they're trying to negotiate
Joe Biden.
They're trying to negotiate. They're trying to negotiate a peace with the, with Lincoln and the United States proper. And the problem is that if the peace is negotiated first, then it's unlikely that the 13th Amendment would have passed.
Okay.
Because they were using the 13th Amendment as a negotiating tactic to say, okay, if we pass the 13th Amendment, then the South is going to just they're like, well, we have nothing to fight for now because slavery is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so the popular theory is that if they pass the 13th Amendment, then the war would be over.
Okay.
So Lincoln actually held them up. I forget where exactly, but I think it was somewhere in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
He told Grant to stay there for 10 days while he tried to get it to pass.
Okay.
So, and he was trying to fight off rumors that...
Don't give away the whole movie, please.
But, I'm not giving away
okay.
But, it's in history books. It's not
But come on. I didn't say I didn't like history, but that's just not the era of history that I'm into.
But like I said, it doesn't necessarily... I'm not saying it paints him in a bad light, but it just... You don't really think of that side of Lincoln. You always think of, the Emancipation Proclamation and Fourscore and... Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah. We had to memorize Fourscore in high school, actually.
That's dumb.
Very tough. Very tough.
Yeah. He was a great speech giver.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What are you rating it out of 5 stars?
4.5.
Okay, that's very good.
4.5. I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've seen all year. It's not the most dramatic movie, but it is definitely the most well done movie. Mm-hmm. And like I was telling you earlier, I think Daniel Day-Lewis is going to get an Oscar for that role.
Okay.
He's
definitely going to get nominated. I know that much.
Yeah, you don't tend to agree with me on that one.
What?
But if you...
That'll get an Oscar?
Yeah.
It's more that I'm pissed that he's going to get an Oscar.
Who do you think, right now, if you were to pick Best Actor for the movies this year so far, who would you...
I'm telling you, you're just getting into Oscar season, so it's way too early.
Well, when
you have Hitchcock, which comes out with Anthony Hopkins. That's going to be a runner-up. I know who could get Best Actress right now would be Keira Knightley for a movie she just came out with.
I'm just saying, just simply actor.
But I can't tell you right now.
You think it's too early?
It's
when
way
do they
too
actually
early.
do the nominations? Isn't it in January?
January, yeah. So think about the small-time movies that you do not hear of. Just remember when we heard The King's Speech. You have... Capote, you have those kind of movies that don't really come out on all screens. It's too soon.
Well,
this is a typical bigger budget, film, that I think that you will see nominations for, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I'm just saying it doesn't interest me.
I'm trying to think of what else is coming out here between now and January. Because one of the movies that's going to attract some Oscar buzz is probably going to be The Hobbit as well.
Yeah. I don't know, because the Oscars have nominated, or it's won so many awards, so they might be like, okay, well, he's not really doing anything that he hasn't done before.
Well, it's also a 2-part, so they could wait to part 2 to.
Yeah. Here's some talks. We kind of talked about this before. Warner Brothers is really pushing it for The Dark Knight Rises to get some Oscars right now.
I don't think it's going to get any.
The only way you might see something happen is because of Christopher Nolan, because he's gotten snubbed so many times for Inception and The Dark Knight. So I think sometimes they just, even if it isn't his best, they kind of figure that into that. Okay?
Kind of like when The Departed. A lot of people said The Departed wasn't Scorsese's best movie, but he had been snubbed multiple times, so they felt that it was. I guess it was kind of a weaker pool at the time. So they're like, okay, we'll give it to him.
Because Departed is still one of my favorite movies, though.
Departed was pretty good.
5 out of 5.
But I mean, you gotta look at like Goodfellas. Goodfellas was amazing, and that was Scorsese. And he's had other really good movies.
Casino.
Yeah.
But then you got in the Aviator and Gangs of New York and that kind of stuff. That's not Scorsese so much. That's not like classic mob, kind of stuff. Shutter Island was good too, but that's a little different. Another one that they're trying to push for, and you mentioned this, they're pushing for Skyfall to get in the Oscar contenders.
I could see that.
They're really pushing.
Judi Dench
They said that a movie that is even outdoing the reviews of Lincoln, which it has, that there's no reason why they're not going to push to get that into the Oscar.
I think Judi Dench, I think, deserves.
I want to see something. And Bond has never gotten any Oscars before, ever.
No, I think he's got some for like production, like editing and stuff.
I was trying to read it. I might be able to prove you wrong on that. We'll do it on the Bond episode.
Okay.
Anyway, though, so okay, I watched The Amazing Spider-Man last night.
How was that?
Total different. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5.
3.5.
I think that's fair. I was expecting something darker, I guess, maybe, or just something that I haven't seen with Spider-Man. Who's the kid in that? I can't see.
The guy from the Social Network.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Oh, it's got Emma Watson. Is that her name?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. What the hell's the difference between the two? Emma Watson's the girl from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Emma Stone. The I don't know. She's a very cocky little girl, and I don't know.
In that movie.
Yeah, in just general, I think she comes off that she's better than everybody else.
I don't get that.
I get that feeling. I don't know. She's cute. Dennis Leary's in that. You got Martin Sheen. You have Sally Field, once again from Lincoln also. Great supporting cast. I liked it better than the Avengers as of right now.
Really?
That pisses you off, and I'm just saying it.
That really pisses me off. I think you're doing it. I think you're saying it just to piss me off.
A little bit of both. Not the best movie I've seen all year. I think it was too early for them to release Spider-Man, honestly. The guy who did Spider-Man did a real good job.
2 was okay. 2 was good.
Tobey Maguire, I like number 2. 2 was my favorite.
And then 1 and 3. 3 you can.
It's still
drown.
just like bring something new to the table, or you just wait, because it's kind of like watching the same thing all over again in my mind.
Yeah.
It really was. That's probably what disappointed me so much.
With a different kid, and you I kind of had the impression they were trying to do something darker, and
it's still a kid's movie.
And that's not what I want to see with Peter Parker.
It was worth red boxing. Would I buy it on the Walmart $5 DVD? Probably.
Okay, yeah, okay. When you said you'd buy it, I was kind of rolling
that kind of thing though. The previously viewed, like they used to do a Blockbuster. I have a few of those.
Black Friday special.
Maybe so. Yeah.
It was $5.
Yeah. But it was good. Don't expect anything new. There's a few added tidbits in there to make itself look more interesting. Character development, about the same, almost though. Same idea. So, you're going to see another one. They're saying Jamie Foxx could be the villain in that.
I don't know who he'd play.
I don't remember, but I do know that they were saying they have him lined up too.
I always liked the Spider-Man villains better than I did in any of the other.
There's a lot to choose from in there too.
Like, because I don't really know how many villains Batman has.
I want to see Carnage.
They'll never do it because in order to do that, you'd have to give it an R rating because, I mean, in the cartoons, like, they're pretty much, he just slaughters everybody.
How about this? Bring back Thomas Jane as the Punisher and him versus Spider-Man.
I like Thomas Jane's Punisher.
I like that Punisher. I really, really like that
I don't understand
movie.
why they picked somebody else to do the second
He
one.
did something at the beginning or middle of the year with your guy from, he's in Sons of Anarchy. He's been,
Ron Perlman?
Yeah. He was like a bad guy in that. They did like a little short for a Comic-Con or something. And Thomas Jane was back as the Punisher. So I don't think he's completely dismissed that movie. I'd like to see another Punisher.
I really liked that one.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that more than the second one. And I don't know.
See it, Warzone.
Yeah, I watched it. It was really over the top, but I didn't like the actor as much. Thomas Jane really, I thought, did a good Punisher. That was
I really, and you got to feel for the guy. You can be so down on your luck and then go watch that movie and watch your whole family get killed and just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just one thing after another. Damn good movie though. I mean, I think it's very underrated. It's better than the Dolph Lundgren, Punisher too. I will break him. Drago was the Punisher at one time.
What?
How about that?
I didn't know that.
Interesting facts in this little brain of mine, I tell you right now. Anyway, but go watch Spidey if you want. Redbox it for $1 if you want. That's about as much as it's worth to me right now.
Yeah. What else have you been up to?
Well, Case, it's been a very, very busy week for me. I'll start off with something small. I posted on Facebook, because I like showing off sometimes. Be like, I just got $157 for my iPhone 4 trade-in on Amazon. What shall I do with it? Now, a few people were saying, oh, you should get, get an Xbox 360 and you should get Halo 4. Why don't you go get Black Ops? All good ideas. But you know what? Right now, I'm still not in the video game. I've been picking up some Modern Warfare 3, but I'm not quite there yet. I bought my Keurig case.
Nice.
Which we are drinking coffee from that Keurig right now.
I love my Keurig.
I love my Keurig, and nothing says delicious like a cup of Keurig coffee.
It depends. I mean,
with some Jameson. Now you're talking.
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Yeah.
I think it depends what flavor, because I've had plenty of terrible flavors.
But it doesn't just have to be coffee though. You got we were saying the variety pack that I got. You had the Sleepy Time tea. You can do your green tea, hot cider on there.
What I do is I typically
sound like a spokesman for Keurig.
I don't use the tea cups because they're kind of expensive. I get the tea bags and then run the hot water, and then let it make my tea that way. Just put the bag.
I've got balls of steel.
You said tea bag. Anyway, well, you can buy the filters for just the coffee in there if you just want to do your own ground coffee in there too. I used to do that, but it makes a big mess.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the prices of what a box of 12 Keurig cups cost.
Expensive.
How much do you think it is?
Say like 15, around 15. But
wow, where the hell are you shopping?
Well, it depends on
that delivery shopping. That's what that is.
No, it depends on where you go, because if you go to Starbucks to buy them, they're like, oh no. I think they had a sale where it was like $10 for a 12 pack, but then
still, that's way too expensive.
Yeah,
I paid $7.99 for a 12 pack of Starbucks at Safeway today.
Really?
Yeah, that's on sale. You gotta go when it's on sale. I have a ton of Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. Yes, I do shop there once in a while. You can take as many coupons as you want there. I'm gonna go buy a whole ton of boxes and stuff like that for it though.
You also, you probably don't have a membership to Costco or
Nah, I don't need that. I did it one time. Yeah, Sam's Club.
That's probably where you get your cheapest ones, but you have to go and they always only carry like one flavor at a time, and it's kind of weird.
I like my variety of flavors.
Amazon's another good place too.
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah.
You can get some good sales on Amazon.
If we had an Amazon page, you could shop on there.
Yeah, but we don't.
We don't. We're other than that though, Case, speaking of tasty treats, went to a beer tasting this week.
All right.
It was, I was invited by our very good friend, Game Genie. Yeah, he says hi.
Bradley Beals.
He says hi and a big FU. No, I'm just kidding. Bradley Beals did invite me. We went out to, it's the Sam Adams Industry Party. This was at CVP's in Towson.
Okay.
So on Wednesday night, nothing, it was right before college night anyway, though. So, feeling like the old man there, by the way.
Was it just open just to you guys, or how was that?
This was, it was a service industry night.
Okay.
His aunt owns, what do you say? He owns like a
Bradley Wines or something?
Yeah, it's actually called Bradley Wines. Yeah. Big shout out to Bradley Wines. This is, I need to find the location. We can post it or something. His aunt said, "Oh yeah, why don't you Brad? Why don't you go to this? And why don't you bring your guy, your buddy, who does that blog?" And I'm like, and we just rolled our eyes. So he's like, okay, well, I'll invite him anyway. So, whatever. So I don't know exactly how I ended up there, but he invited me. They had about 15 beers from Sam Adams. Very, very tasty beers.
Okay.
Now,
I didn't know they made that many beers.
Me neither. And I'm very surprised that I'm not a beer drinker.
Yeah.
They had a whole bunch of different brews there. We only got a chance to have it looks like about 6 of them because I kept track of them. But they were very, very good. I'm going to do my best to describe these as best as I can. Maybe you've had some of them before. One was called the Vixen. About 8.5 ABVs, had some chipotle chilies in there.
That's interesting.
The kind of cocoa nibs and chipotle chilies.
So what style was it, do you know?
No, I don't know. What?
Great, good job.
Huh?
Good job.
I didn't have enough time to do my research because I was busy at work when I was trying to type this stuff up, okay?
All right.
Yeah, eat it. One was called White Christmas. This put me in the holiday mood, which I think it's way too early for Christmas, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's way too early.
But you're going to get your winter beers out now.
I know that. This one had cinnamon, nutmeg, and orange peel in it.
That sounds delicious, actually.
It was excellent.
What's that called? The holiday cheer?
White Christmas.
White Christmas.
White Christmas, yeah. No, I said it puts me in the holiday cheer.
Okay. 5.8
ABVs. Another one called Tasman Red. This had topaz, grapefruit, and galaxy hops in it. 6.75 ABVs. I'm going to go really fast. Grumpy Monk, which we said described a few people we know, or a certain person we know. Michael J. Sabani Jr. Just kidding. Had honey malt combinations of citrusy, piney, and earthy hops. Hints of peach in there. That was really good. One you won't like was a Whitewater IPA.
Yeah, I don't like IPAs.
You don't like IPAs. I love my IPAs. But the surprise of the night, because they were running out of beers, Angry Orchard cider.
Oh, yeah.
Cider is damn good. I don't care if that makes me, a girl or not. I really did like the cider.
My girl loves Angry Orchard.
Really? See, I can't. I'm afraid if I went up to in a bar, I would lose my man card if I say, "Hey, can I have an Angry Orchard?"
I think it's a little bit. I could be wrong, but I think it's a little less. There's a little less stigma attached to it than it used to be. Because I'm seeing it on tap everywhere now. I've never seen it on tap until a couple months ago, and now everywhere I go, they have Angry Orchard on tap.
Yeah, they had all these beers were on tap, and by the end of the night, they were just screwing off. So only 3 of them were left. They had Boston Lager, Winter Lager, and Angry Orchard. I wanted something different, so the sample cups were. I know not everybody can see this, but Case can. They were pretty big. They're like pretty filled to the top though too. And
so that looks about like half. What you did describe to me was like about half a pint glass. It looked like.
Yeah, but the size of your little dried fruit jar.
All right, so that's okay. So what he's pointing at is my jelly jar, which has dried strawberries in it,
which are very tasty. Also,
that is a half pint, so that's about 8 ounces.
Yeah, something like that though too. And they were very generous with them too, more generous than they were with the wine tasting. I'm still not a beer drinker, but I would have brought you some of this beer if it wasn't broke. Then I would have got you, I would have got you some beer, and if you didn't have to drive. Anywho, though, what else is going on with me? Case, I did the most. I'm gonna call this the most selfless thing I've done in a long time.
Okay.
We talked about it before. Okay. You kind of gave me the idea. I donated blood.
Okay. Is it the first time you give blood, or?
No, this is the second time. It's probably been 4 years since I did.
Oh, wow.
And they still have it on file that I did donate blood.
Yeah, they usually keep it on for a while. I need to go back. I think it's about time for me to go back. So.
I cannot remember what my blood type was. It could be like O positive or something like that. I don't know. They wanted me to get to donate more. You can, more about this. I think you can donate, typical donations, a pint?
Okay, so I think what you're describing is the whole reds.
Okay.
So they take a pint of your whole blood. So they take the blood straight out of your arm, and then they take a pint.
The vampire comes out.
They also, you can donate what's called double reds, where it's equivalent. I don't know if it's still a pint or if it's more. But what they do is they take the blood out of your arm, they filter the red blood cells from everything else, and then all they take out is the red blood cells.
Mm-hmm.
And what they can do for that is they use that with children, I think like leukemia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's more of a special purpose,
Yeah.
and it's really hard. Like they don't get a lot of it. Your iron has to be a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually had problems in the past. Like sometimes they won't let me give double reds because I don't have enough iron in my blood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they usually encourage people to give double reds if you can. So that's what it sounds like. What you're describing.
That's what. All right. So I gave just one whatever it was called, whatever.
Yeah, and if you give double reds, it's actually doubles the amount of time before you can give blood again.
Exactly. They wanted to, but I went. Go figure. I got it wrong, and I thought I went on Sunday. I think it was, no, it was Monday, and I thought I was supposed to go at like 9 a.m. I wake up. I'm like, all right, I got a lot of sugar in me. I'm jittery. I'm ready to go. Turns out it wasn't supposed to be until like 2:15.
Jeez.
So, and I was like, you know what? Dumbass me. I'm gonna go for a run, and then I'll just go and do it later.
Dumbass!
There it is. So I did my run during the day, and I didn't go back till like 6:30. They closed at around like 7:30 or so. And the lady's like, your blood pressure's a little high or whatever. I was like, yeah, well, maybe I went for a run earlier, and stuff. So they were giving me a hard time, and I was doing, my typical dumbass kind of thing or whatever. But and I don't know about you, but when I see a needle come by my skin, I cringe.
I don't look.
Yeah, exactly. I did not look. So when she's putting that brown stuff on my arm or whatever, first of all, the sight of it is just disgusting looking.
Yeah.
Makes me want to puke. So I was like, ma'am, if you don't mind, and I'm not trying to be rude here, I'm going to look away. And do you mind if I like read a magazine or go on my phone and read an article? She's like, oh no, by all means. She's like, oh, okay, it's going to hurt. Ow. Your arm feels like hell afterwards, by the way, too.
Mine, I don't know.
It kind of does, yeah. I don't know. Maybe you have a higher tolerance of pain. I don't know. Or maybe you just don't want to admit it on the air.
No, I mean, I would totally admit it. I mean, it depends also on the nurse. I've had times where it really hurts, and then sometimes where it doesn't.
Just the feeling of your arm afterwards, or what?
For me, it's just awkward. Like I just kind of have this awkward. I'm like, I'm afraid to move my arm.
Yeah,
and they just pull my phone.
They gave me like a little tiny squeeze football or whatever, and she's like, just squeeze it or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, last time I pretty much passed out, so I'm just gonna taking my time with it or whatever. Like, oh, you want an orange juice? I was like, what, no Coke? Like, oh no, we don't have any Coke here, sweetheart. It's like, oh, I was kind of disappointed in that, but I did get my, go figure.
Cookies?
Yeah, I got my cookies, and I ate these cookies just specifically so I could talk about them, and you can give me hell. I ate my Rainbow Chips Deluxe.
Those are good cookies.
They're very good cookies. You're not going to give me nothing?
No,
you got nothing?
Rainbow Warrior likes his rainbow cookies. You know what happens.
Okay, thank you. That, makes me feel a little better. Thank you. I was hoping to, for something better out of that instead of having to yank your leg for it, but whatever.
I like, is it the sugar cookies? Yeah, like the soft bread sugar cookies. Oh, they're so delicious.
Yeah. Not as tasty
like
as these Zingers right now, though. But, success though, I'm very happy that I was able to, it's hard for me to donate, like make big contributions right now anyway. So, next time maybe I'll make a bigger donation or whatever. Maybe I can. Sadly enough, somebody's going to have a little bit of Brian Thomas in them.
Yeah.
So that's a dark thought, isn't it?
Oh boy.
World is coming to an end, son. Anywho, all right.
2012.
Yeah. Well, when's that date? December
12th, I think.
Should we have like the end of the world show?
We should do that.
I don't know what the day is that falls in, but that might work out pretty well for us.
That might work out.
Yeah. Anywho, let's go to break. When we come back, well, you and I aren't going to be here Thanksgiving, unfortunately.
No, we're not.
No, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
Because
I love Thanksgiving.
One of the most, do I want to say underrated holidays?
I would say. I think
it's kind of underrated. It really is.
I feel like Black Friday is kind of engulfing.
It really is. And maybe we're going to talk a little bit about Black Friday too, I think.
Yeah.
We got that. What else do we got? I don't know. We got a few things. It all depends on our time and how much we BS. How about that? Okay.
Right, sounds good.
I'm going to go eat another Zinger and top off my Jameson and coffee. This is the Brian and Casey Experience.
The Diet Coke of Radio Podcast. Brian and Casey.
Yeah. You feel it, baby?
If you ever do that on my couch again, I swear to Christ, I will
What, the sprinkler?
I will. You know, how you say, Brian, I'm going to go punch you in the face. I'm going to make it happen this time. I'm going to do it to you. Casey's doing the water sprinkler. He was rolling the dice.
Rolling the dice. Not that. I'm talking about the dance move.
That's not what it looked like when you were over there. He's like He's doing something with one hand, and I turn my head, and he just like puts his hand like up.
Spider-Man.
That didn't work with that one. Oh, you can do the pizza dough.
The pizza dough?
No, this is the pizza dough.
That's
Roll on the dough.
dough?
Yeah, that's the pizza dough. Yeah.
And then
the Q-tip. The Q-tip.
Okay,
Q-tip.
I've never done a Q-tip.
I did the Q-tip.
I do shop a cart. What was that show? Where it was a game show where they were in a supermarket and they had like 5 minutes to just grab as much.
Oh yeah, they gave the little timer at the bottom of the screen or whatever.
Yeah.
It's Smart Shoppers or something like that.
That was a great show.
I don't know. Are you going to bring us back, sweetheart?
Yes. Welcome back. This is the Brian and Casey Experience.
And you're not even going to say what we're listening to right now. This was your idea.
We're listening to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, at least you don't have to watch the video of him pumping iron right now. Yeah.
Oscar-nominated Mark Wahlberg.
Who would have thought? Really. I always thought it was Mark, the letter E, and then Mark. But it's actually Marky, as in Marky.
M-A-R-K-Y.
Not M-I-C-K-U-I, but M-A-R-K-Y.
Did you ever watch the Mickey Mouse Show?
I never really did.
When I was little, I watched Disney Channel because we had
I watched the Disney Channel. We talked about this. I used to watch the original good cartoons that were on there.
Yeah, like Darkwing. They had that.
Darkwing. No, Darkwing was never on there. Darkwing was like on the ABC channels in the afternoon or something, or Fox or whatever.
When I was watching it was on, but no, I don't know if we've ever talked about this. But I used to have one of those big satellites because I was out in the middle of the boonies, like the ones with satellite dishes that took up like half a yard.
Yeah,
and we didn't have local channels, so I never watched like TGIF and stuff like that. So I watched like Disney Channel. So Tailspin, woo,
great.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. You can get a lot of them on Amazon now.
Really?
Yeah. They're also releasing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, cartoon. We know. Speaking of which, I got to post a picture on your thing later that I have of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
Yeah, your picture of the week. I've been sending you pictures of the week or whatever.
You have?
I have. See, I think of you, but
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually not. It's not always pleasant thoughts, but
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to bring up, and I forgot to mention in an earlier segment. Got the 8K tomorrow, the Zoom at the Zoo. So upgrading from the 5K to the 8K.
You're going to the zoo?
Yeah.
And you're running?
I'm running. It's not the circus.
Same idea. Stepping up to the round top is Casey Cochran performing his 8K.
That's about my pace when I'm running, too.
Exactly. The elephants are running retrograde past you.
Not quite that.
I can't do an elephant sound.
Yeah, it's not quite that bad.
No.
I'm working my way up there, though.
Okay.
I picked up the pace Wednesday. Kind of did a shorter run. I did like a 3-mile run and kind of picked up the pace. So.
Yeah. But you are, and it shows really, you are nervous.
No, I don't think I'm nervous.
You're nervous. You're nervous.
I might be. Are you done?
Nope.
You're having way too much fun over there.
Yeah, I have.
I
second cup of Jameson.
I'm not nervous now. I'll probably be nervous tomorrow because it's probably the biggest race I've been in. It did sell out. I think there's somewhere in the range of like 2,000 people running.
Everybody wants to run and see you. They just want to see that ass.
Mm-hmm. I'll be looking at a lot of people's asses. That's usually what happens. What?
Nothing.
No, I'm saying I'll be behind them.
Okay. I was going to say,
No, I'm not saying it's like I'm going to be checking people out. I'm just going to be forced.
Right.
It's kind of like, the dog, what's that saying? No, it's something about the dog in the pack and I don't know, the view is better in the front or something like that.
Okay.
Never mind.
You're going to be like the tortoise in the hare. You're the tortoise.
Yeah, but the tortoise wins.
Huh?
The tortoise wins.
If you try hard enough, if you keep a good pace.
Yeah.
Let all the idiots go by first. Let them do their sprints.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Start off in the back. Seriously, you're doing it perfectly. That's how I do it. My
problem is I try to run too fast at the beginning.
Yeah, it gets to your head though.
Yeah.
What do you got on your playlist?
Let's go this.
This is something that I think is the most important part of a run. And if they ever tell you can't listen to your iPod or MP3 player, you can go tell them to suck it because that is BS.
That's funny because I'm actually trying to get into the Cherry Blossom. I think it's like a 10 mile or a 10K.
Oh yeah, you let me know and I'll do that with you.
You actually have to like register for a lottery. Like it's really big.
Yeah, it's really big.
So I put into the lottery. So I'm hoping to hear. Like I think they start pulling stuff in like January or February.
Okay.
'Cause I think it's like in May or something.
Oh, maybe I better put in for that tonight.
Yeah, so I would check that. And I want to do the Army 10 miler because I hear that's pretty good too.
I'm just amazed by all this running that you're doing. Something sparked. I don't know.
I'm just trying to get in shape because I'm tired of being out of shape.
Okay.
All right, let me tell you. Got some AC/DC. I got Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden.
What is it?
Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden. You know that song?
No.
Run
Probably heard it.
to the hills.
Probably heard it before.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Long Way to the Top, AC/DC. I was like, all right, what songs do I have that are running theme? And then one of them is Running Wild by Airborne. I'm not sure if you heard that one or not.
Oh yeah, that's a real good one.
And then
here's a perfect running song right here. At least when I'm on like an elliptical or whatever. I hope it's not too loud.
Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Oh, and that's not even by the real ones. Oh, that's.
How about this one?
iTunes.
Indian Outlaw by Tim McGraw.
God.
Yeah, I had to throw in some country there. Seven Nation Army got some.
Of course.
Got some White Stripes in there. Some Highway Song by Blackfoot. I'm not sure if you there. It's old like Southern rock, kind of in the vein of Leonard Skinner. I really like that. So.
The original Leonard Skinner, not the crap that's out right now. The guy who calls himself Leonard Skinner. The band.
Then there's a band I really like. It's Crash Kings. You'd probably like them. It's called Mountain Man.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything else of note. Then I got some Flogging Molly, some Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
The singer from Dire Straits. If you're familiar with Dire Straits.
I know Dire Straits.
Yeah, so
I can't remember a song though.
So he
what's the name of him?
So this one's called Why I Man, and this is actually he split off and did his own solo album, or at least he had a solo career, and it's a song just by him. It's really I like it.
Okay,
it's a good running song.
All right. So you're into the rock and country when you're on there.
It's mostly
alternative
rock, and then like I have like Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
And there's like 2 country songs on here.
Okay.
Gotta change it up a little.
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
So and then there's a little Adele on there too.
I can guess which one's
Which
on
one?
It.
It's not Skyfall.
Oh, really?
No.
I was running. I was running to that today.
I want to put that on there.
I was running to that today. That was really fun. I listened to it a couple times. But the playlist you've asked me about running, playlist is the most important thing in my mind. Seriously.
Really?
If you're going to be running that amount of time, you need a good playlist. You need something that you're familiar with or whatever.
At least it'll probably take me take me just under an hour, I think, for the 8K. So.
Okay. Well, we wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
Aside from, you said you feel like you're out of shape or whatever.
I'm not, at this point, I'm not out of shape. I mean, I was out of shape. I'm getting better.
Okay.
I would like to be, like I said, I want to do the half marathon next year.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about upping my timetable because there's a, what is it called? St. Michael's Running Festival in May, I think. And that, they have a half marathon for that. And I hear it's really pretty out there. So
And St. Michael's?
I think it's called St. Michael's. I don't know.
It's on the shore, then it's St. Michael's.
Yeah, I think so.
It's okay. It's overrated.
Well,
Used to work down there, man. I'm telling you, it's nothing.
My girlfriend was really interested in it, and
because the antique shops, Amber loves them. I bet.
Well, she worked on during the summer. She worked on a sailboat, like it was like a camp for like rich kids.
Yeah,
and it was gifted and talented or whatever. So one of the places they stopped was St. Michael's, and she wanted to go back. And then she found this online. So I might, because I actually ran 7 miles last week, and that's my all-time high right there, 7 miles.
Okay.
So I feel like if I up by like 2 miles a month, so like by the end of November, run 9 miles, then I'll be ready for a half marathon.
Okay.
By then.
Good. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a good thing you were running your 8K tomorrow.
Yes.
Because in less than a week, the big, I don't want to say the big, it is the big dinner.
The big dinner.
Well, what are they, what would you call it?
Thanksgiving.
Okay, you can call it Thanksgiving too. I'm being, there's like a non-technical term. You got to be all serious. Be like, it's Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I don't know. We never really had a special name for it. It was just a day where
Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
I like Turkey Day. And no Turkey Day is obviously, well, in your case, a turducken, which as you were
no turducken this year.
As you were telling Mommy, you know.
We were discussing it. There, a lot of things have been going on. So I was hoping to do a turducken this year, but there's not going to be enough time.
Uh-huh.
So we're just going to do regular turkey. I'm going to try to make sweet
I love how you
pie.
say turkey.
I'm like, turkey for you, turkey for me. I feel like that's the end song now.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. I love
one of his last good things, yeah.
Yeah, because there's the Hanukkah song. We got to play the Hanukkah song sometime next month.
Another way to lose listeners.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But no, the turkey song was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. So, Case, all right, you're going to Thanksgiving for your mom?
I'm going to my mom.
I almost said Mother's Day. God. I'm so off track.
Everything's up in the air right now. I'm going to be home for Thanksgiving.
There's
might be
no place like home for the holidays.
All right, Ben Crosby.
iTunes not working right now. So.
But I like to cook. I mean, have you ever actually cooked for Thanksgiving? No.
That's why they have women. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm trying to make a sweet potato pie this year. Have you had sweet potato pie before?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I have mixed feelings about sweet potatoes.
Really? I love sweet potatoes.
Do you put marshmallows on your sweet potatoes?
No.
What?
Why would you put marshmallow on your sweet potatoes? Oh, wait.
Yum.
You're talking about the glazed, baked sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I know you're talking about pie, but can't you? Why can't you? What's the difference?
You can put marshmallows on it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it would ruin it. My mom actually makes...
Cooking it would ruin it.
My mom makes this stuff. She takes walnuts, I think, and then she bakes it on top of the mushed up sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And the walnuts are coated in this glaze with brown sugar.
Okay.
And it is the most delicious dessert I've ever had. And it's gotten to the point where if she doesn't make them on Thanksgiving, everybody's just in a bad mood. Because it's everybody looks forward to having these on the holidays, and if she doesn't make it, then everybody's just kind of pissed off. So I need to learn how to make it because she's never told me how she's done it. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know. That's one of my favorite dishes, I think, besides the turducken. But
okay. Yeah. Anywho, what else so that's your Thanksgiving tradition? You got your sweet potato pie and turducken?
Well, we've never actually had the sweet potato pie.
Okay.
My grandmother makes German chocolate cake, which everybody loves.
Mm-hmm.
My mom makes the nutty sweet potatoes. Last year I made a turducken.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it this year.
You just saying, I just like it when you say turducken. I think it's funny. Because it just makes it move for you, I think.
Kind of. I wish I could make another one. Yeah. I want to get a smoker and then for my grill. And then make a smoked turducken. That's my next big idea I have.
Okay.
But that's not a Thanksgiving thing.
Okay.
Have you ever had deep fried turkey?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny you mention that. You've seen Christmas Vacation before. Who hasn't? Yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
I need to get that on Blu-ray.
I have it on Blu-ray.
All right.
Yeah. I had it on VHS too back in the day. Very, very good movie. If you haven't seen Christmas Vacation, first of all, you got to watch that. It's the ultimate ultimate Christmas movie.
By the way, you're giving me a really great idea right now.
Okay. Anywho, the Griswolds cooked their Christmas turkey. Catherine, the cousin, cooks it so that the old-fashioned family Christmas, they're all gathered around the dining room table. They open the turkey. Just opens up with a big pout of it's like a fog machine was in there just smoking. It was overcooked anyway. And that's what happened when my dad cooked a turkey in our turkey cooker.
Did you go to Denny's like in the Santa Claus?
No, we ate it. We grinned and bared it. Yeah. It was chewy. I mean, not chewy. It was anything but chewy. It was very crunchy. Yeah.
Crispy.
Crispy.
Crispy
critter. It was a crispy critter.
That's my biggest fear when I'm cooking anything like that is overdoing it. I actually made a whole chicken the other day.
Mm-hmm.
A roasted chicken is delicious.
Yeah.
Rubbed some Old Bay on it.
We were kind of thinking this.
Because you done goofed.
That's what we told my dad. So my dad done goofed. So needless to say, Mom is back to cooking the turkey. Usually what we do, instead of doing Christmas dinner with the turkey and Thanksgiving, we just do the turkey then. We're talking home.
Then? You mean on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So what do you do for Christmas?
Usually a ham.
Okay.
Like a heavenly ham.
Okay.
Go down to JR's for their. It's the same thing. A heavenly ham, whatever. It's the same. They buy from the same thing. So we do the turkey, homemade mashed potatoes, gravy. Now my mom does her own stuffing or dressing, as some people like to call it. Only her and my grandfather eat it. My dad and we prefer stovetop.
I was thinking the same thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I kind of like what I did last year because I used a couple different stuffings for the turducken because you put it in different layers.
Love it when you say that.
Turducken
Turns me on.
But I am a big fan of stovetop. And
yes,
nothing quite matches stovetop.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. It's kind of like mac and cheese. Like, you can make the baked mac cheese. I don't know about you. For me personally, I'm a big fan of Velveeta shells and cheese. And then, but then when you do like the baked, like which is supposed to be like the good mac and cheese when you actually bake it yourself, I don't like it.
Really? It depends on how you do it, though. Because I used to, when I was at a restaurant, I used to do the macaroni and cheese. You'd like do your own macaroni. You boil the macaroni. You put in like we actually put a big stick, like a butter. Well, sticks of butter too, but you put in like the big thing of Velveeta, like the size of like, when you go to get your yellow American cheese cut, cut that cheese, you put a big thing in there and you just mix it up and then you put a couple other milk in there or whatever and you let it heat up. That's how you make mac and cheese right there.
I like that.
So, maybe this year maybe I'll volunteer at home to make some mac and cheese
there you go.
Mom, and that way I can contribute instead of sitting on my ass watching football, watching the Lions lose again or watching
pay Mama Thomas back for answering her phone call when you were on the air.
I got so much hell about that too.
You did?
Or watching the Bondathon, James Bondathon, which is on Sci-Fi this year too, like it was last year. What else? I'm a big stickler on this. Cranberries. When I sit at the table for Thanksgiving dinner, my grandfather and I, first of all, we get into an argument because I do not like sharing the cranberries with him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about who you voted for.
No, we'll get into that too. But
No, I'm just talking about you were talking about your granddad. Your granddad sounds funny.
Oh, you'd love him. Yeah, if I could get him on here one time on the phone, I think.
Well, boy. Who'd you vote for?
Does he sound like that?
Just like that. Yeah.
Sounds like sounds like a lot of years of emphysema.
Hey, that's my grandfather talking about douche.
Right.
No,
boy, pass me some taters, some of that, potato salad.
What is your granddad's sling blade?
Oh,
like that French fried taters. French fried taters.
When I'm watching that Ravens game, we are getting outplayed. I don't care if we are winning 45-10 versus the Raiders. We are getting outplayed.
So,
have you ever had? You said you don't like to share the cranberries with your granddad.
That's what I'm getting at. Be like, all right, boy. I'm gonna knock you to the moon in a minute. Give me the cranberries. Pass them over. And I always have to sit next to him during Thanksgiving dinner
at the kids' table.
We only have 4 people at dinner.
I know.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite dish?
Favorite dish? Ooh. If I can make the macaroni and cheese, we've never had macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving. That might, but unofficially, I will say the cranberries.
Wow, I hate cranberries.
I love cranberries. I'm surprised because you and your little thing right there. I'm surprised
you're pointing when you say my thing. You're referring.
I'm not pointing to that thing, but
dehydrated fruit.
I'm not pointing to that thing. I know you want to give a shout out to yourself, you little.
I said I actually tried to dehydrate cranberries, but
just buy cran raisins, Ocean Spray. Way tasty.
But I know, but I'm trying to make it myself. I want to make my own craisins. But
I'm amazed how you have this time on your hands.
Well, it happens. But apparently, like cranberries, you have to boil them first to break the skin. Otherwise, they won't dehydrate. So I didn't know that, and I just took a bag of cranberries and dumped them in the dehydrator. And like 2 days come by, and I'm like, why are these still whole? Like, how could they haven't dehydrated?
Oh no!
So I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with cranberry. Damn, it's hard because I love the taste of fresh turkey out of the oven with gravy on it. I'm talking the white meat, not the dark meat. And that's not getting, as you say, Brian, don't get racist. Be like, I like the white meat. What about you, big guy? What do you like?
I don't know. Mine's got to be the stuffing and the
wait a minute, the stove first. The stovetop. I mean, stovetop.
And then the nutty sweet potatoes.
Speaking of which, I need to bring. We have a Thanksgiving dinner lunch on
At work?
Monday at work. Yeah. What kind of macaroni and cheese could I bring? Speaking of Stouffer's, how's their macaroni and cheese? Is that pretty good?
I don't know. Like I said,
I don't have time to make it. I need to buy
I
something.
prefer the Velveeta.
Yeah, but I need to buy it already made. I don't have time to cook it
Why do you not have time to cook it?
because I don't feel like cooking. Tomorrow's Ravens Day all day. Football.
It takes
It's a Sunday. It's football.
20 minutes.
Huh?
20 minutes if that.
It's 20 minutes. I could have watched
Most of it's
Joe
boiling.
Buck make those badass calls that he makes, or
Most
Jim
of it's
Nance making
boiling
calls.
water.
I don't have time for that. No, I don't want to do that.
You're so...
I'm not lazy. I'm on my own schedule.
I'm not lazy. I just don't feel like doing anything.
I didn't say I didn't feel like doing anything. I have a long list of stuff to do. Macaroni and cheese, making macaroni and cheese. No, it's not just football. I mean, making macaroni and cheese is not on the top of my list. Buying it already made might be fine. It's work. I really could care less about that.
I don't know if you can buy it pre-made. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can stovetop. Oh, Bob Evans. They make a macaroni and cheese.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. I just need to buy like a couple packs of those.
Bring the frozen macaroni and cheese into work. Here you go.
They're like, well, Brian, how are you going to heat it up? Be like, well, we have a little microwave. I can just kind of break it up into containers there or something. I don't know. Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Still one of the best meals.
Yeah.
It's like,
definitely.
it's like your final meal, be like, what do you want on your tombstone?
Dead man walking.
And then after that, after dinner, I'm going to go do some Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, on
10
Thanksgiving.
p.m.
On Thanksgiving. I'm really kind of done with Black Friday.
I know you're like me. You're old fashioned, but I'm being a hypocrite here, I guess. As much as I hate just, businesses being open on Sundays and so forth or whatever, I'm still going to go shop on Thanksgiving night, late night. They have like
if you could, you would order a pizza.
What do you think's for dinner tonight?
No, I was just
pizza
kind of
power.
I was commenting on your habit of ordering pizza when people don't want to be working, like during hurricanes.
Well, I'm gonna have a pizza before Thanksgiving on Thursday, though. What do you think I'm gonna do with the local place down there? I forget their name because I don't feel like giving it. Oh yeah, Mione's. They're like real New York style pizza. My dad hates it because he says it's overpriced, but it's like you're paying the price of good New York style pizza.
I like Chicago style better.
I like New York style better. Once again, we disagree.
That's why we're the odd couple.
Yes, we are.
But so you're going out on Friday night or Thursday night for Black Friday
night.
shopping.
Yeah.
I can't do it
I did
anymore.
this last year. You need to go prepared, especially when we're going to the outlets in Rehoboth.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So much fun, man. They got, they have a Sony outlet out there, over there?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Go buy a big screen TV. If I could afford it, I would. They have PS3 games. They have PS3s, of course, too. Cameras, MP3 players. They got it all over there. Maybe I'll go buy my, Amiga watch. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. No, I'm going to go I'm going to be on my, clothing shopping spree right now. I
Really?
think. Yeah.
I
need to update my wardrobe.
I just did a little bit of that. I went and got some belts, and my belts were too big, so I had to go get
Too big?
Yeah.
Really?
Losing a little bit of weight.
Okay.
But
You won't disclose what size you are, will you?
I mean, if you want to get into it,
I don't want to. I'm just busting.
Right now I'm a 36. At my biggest I was a 38, and that was way too big.
Jeez.
So I'm trying. My goal is to get back down to 34.
Okay.
I like to get back. I feel like that's a reasonable size.
Okay.
So I just got one more belt size to go.
Okay. Good. Yeah, are you going to do anything for Black Friday?
No.
Even shopping online on Amazon?
I have been. I actually did. I bought Alien Anthology on Blu-ray, which is normally it's Alien 3.
There was only 2 aliens.
Yeah, pretty much. I liked Alien 3. A lot of people didn't like it. I kind of liked it.
David Fincher directed that one, I believe it was.
But it was like normally like $80, and I got it for $20 on their Black Friday deal. So I was like, why not?
Actually, speaking of Alien, I want to buy, because it was on all weekend, they had the Predator movies. I want to buy the Predator box set. Predator 2, and Predators. I want to buy that box set.
Oh, I have
on Blu-ray.
I know I have the first 2 on DVD, and I have Predators on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people didn't like Predators. I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it because I thought it kind of went back to the first one. I like Predator 2, but Predator is by far the best, the series.
Predator 2 was the first one I saw out of it too, though.
Me too.
Yeah.
With Danny Glover.
Yeah, he's like, hey, asshole. Like that. So there's so many good lines in there. Tell him to kiss my sweet ass.
Hey kid, want some candy?
Want some candy?
They're both. I mean, they're classics.
There's so many. I think as a standalone movie, Predator 2 is really good, actually.
Yeah.
If you forget about Predator and you just kind of whatever, yeah, Gary Busey in there too.
Gary Busey's insane.
Gary Busey.
I can't take him seriously.
In that movie, it's really he's just being typical Busey, but before he got messed up or whatever, he's just like what was it? How do you say it? We're talking lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, you're the lion.
I can't take him seriously because it just like every time I see him, like I think back to I didn't watch it, but the Celebrity Apprentice when he was on Celebrity Apprentice, and he was just badass crazy. Like he was just like
watch him on Entourage. That's even better.
Yeah, the episode where
Turtle, I want to paint you.
What was that episode where they go out to? Didn't they go out to? They like took shrooms and they went out to like the middle of the desert.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't in that one. No, that's Eric. They were with Rob, Eric Roberts, Joey Roberts' brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had to buy the Robert De Niro desk off of him in there too, and I don't get me on Entourage because I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff. Anyway, though, a lot of good deals for Black Friday. They are
really. I haven't seen any. That's why
I'm told there's going to be a lot of them out there. Amazon's already come out. Walmart has theirs. I would rather just
I would rather order Amazon.
I'd rather take a rusted chainsaw to my and then go to a Walmart.
Oh, well, did you hear that in like 13 different cities they're planning on the Walmart workers are planning on staging a walkout on Black Friday.
Nice. I don't know about you. I don't like Walmart. I like Target. I don't like Walmart.
You said you like Target?
Yeah.
I agree.
The popcorn machine, first of all, when you go in there, nothing better than a popcorn machine.
If I could avoid going to either one of them, I would. But I guess in our society today, it's kind of difficult to not. So I would prefer to go to a Target than a Walmart.
Yeah. It's cleaner. That's why.
Certain things.
I'm sorry, coming from Cecil County, I know how
we don't have one in Cecil County. Target.
Really?
We have a Walmart.
A Walmart.
2 Walmarts, but no Target.
There's my point right there. That's what you find it. No, with all due respect to you, aside from your family, that's what you find in a Walmart. You find trash, man.
Yeah, I was actually.
That's why I don't like it.
When I was in Cecil County this week, I was in Walmart at like 12 a.m. It's actually
scary.
Excuse me. It was really nice, actually. There's like barely anybody there. They were just unpacking stuff.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's kind of a nice Walmart because it's a super Walmart.
Yeah.
So it has like all the groceries.
Okay.
It's insane how much stuff you can get in Walmart.
Absolutely.
Nowadays.
You can buy beer and wine and wait, let me finish. It's the Walmarts and down south in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I remember.
You can I wonder if you can do that in Anne Arundel County.
My daddy bought me my first 6-pack of Rolling Rock when we were down there in South Carolina.
Rock.
Yeah.
I love
that was
Rolling
great.
Rock.
That was that's a great story. My parents down in Ocean City, in West Ocean City, they now have their own super center. It's huge.
But you said you're going out. You are going out, just not to Walmart.
No. And I could go to the outlets in Ocean City that are right there. They're still building up. I like going to the Rehoboth ones.
Are they going to be open at like 9 o'clock on Thursday, or are they only going to be open on Friday?
They're going to be open Thursday.
Are all the stores doing that now?
Every store is down there. Yeah. I did this last year. Now, I went in with a game plan. My Under Armour coat that's right over there, as a matter of fact, I bought that because I did some research. My dress shoes. There was a couple other things that I bought over there. I had a list of everything I was looking for, and that's how I was fast. I was fast. I got in there, I needed what I want, and got right out. Story of Brian Thomas right there. Get in and get out. Anywho.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
I can't handle the crowds anymore. I was in Walmart last year and I thought I was going to have a panic attack. Like that's how bad it was.
I would not go into a Walmart.
I met my parent, like me and my brother, we split up. So it was me, my brother, and then my mom, and then, some assorted family members went out, and then we converged at Walmart. And then I was about to have a panic attack. And I was like, I handed her a stack of Blu-rays that were like $2 a piece. Yeah. And I was like, I want these. I'll pay you back later. I'm leaving before I like punch somebody in the face. Yeah. So I left, and then we tried to go to Best Buy. That was even worse.
No.
So
yeah,
this is another Tales of Embarrassment by Casey Cochran. So
soundboards on standby.
So we went to Best Buy in Delaware.
Yeah.
And we had to wait in line.
Yeah.
So the line stretched around the entire building.
Okay.
So we had gotten there at like 1 a.m. maybe. Like we got there early. And there's still a huge line.
Wait a minute, you got there at 1 a.m.
I forget when
was it on Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, it was on Thursday. Well, I guess technically at that point it was Friday.
Okay.
But we got there like shortly after they had opened.
Yeah.
And
I'm picturing, remember in Jingle All the Way, the guy's just at the door with the little keys, and he's like,
yes, exactly.
Just like that. That's how every one of those stores are.
He was dressed like Gandalf the Grey, had a jingling his keys.
Yeah.
But
it's like,
we're standing at the end of the line, which is wrapped all the way around the building, and so it probably took us about an hour to get in. That's how long we waited in line.
Wow.
About halfway, maybe more than halfway. All that food kind of hit me at once, and I felt, it wasn't sitting very well.
No.
So I'm sitting in line. No. It's cold. It is cold. And when it's cold, it kind of like messes with my stomach when I'm not feeling good. So I had that like rumbling in my stomach, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I'm like I'm looking around. I was like, is there anything else open? Can I run somewhere and like take care of business? And there was there's no options. There was nothing. So I had to wait an hour. There was a couple close calls, and so then we think we're getting ready to go in, and then we get to the door, and then they're like, seats taken, and like we can't. They're like literally like, all right, you have to wait. So I have to wait, and I'm just like, oh, freedom, come on, and I'm like doing my dance, like it was bad. So then they finally let me in, and I just like sprinted to the bathroom, and it's. Because it's Black Friday, they have all this merchandise stacked up on the floor.
Yeah.
But it's set up in like a maze. So I had to like, I tried to go straight to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there is like Xboxes and PS3s like lined up in a maze. And I'm like, no. Like I had to run around and stuff. And it was a very close call. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And, but the funny thing is, it happened the year before too. So it happened 2 years in a row. So that is why I'm abstaining from any Black Friday shopping.
Did you make it in time?
I made it in time.
You made it on time.
It was close.
Okay.
But my Black Friday shopping experience was not very pleasant.
I refused. 2 stores I would definitely refuse to go to is a Walmart and a Best Buy. First of all, I don't like them to begin with.
And the thing is, the Best Buy ones, you can usually get them online, or like they extend the sales.
Go on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter of Amazon.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Blu-rays. Like I bought like True Blood on there. I bought Mad Men seasons on there for $5 for Blu-rays.
Really?
Well, maybe not Blu-rays. They were DVDs, but the Blu-ray sets of Mad Men was $10, I think it was.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So
great show.
Huh? Oh yeah, good show. I need to get back into that. But I will be shopping on Black Friday. I never go too crazy. It's going to be hard to Christmas shop because I'm going to be with my mom. But maybe I can come up with something in between now and then. But
I got to figure out what I'm getting for. I got my mom.
There's plenty of time.
I don't think she's not going to listen to this. So me and my brother and my stepbrother chipped in, and we're getting my mom an iPad for Christmas. An iPad Mini, actually.
Okay.
So she's been talking about how she wants one.
A little overpriced, though.
It's a little overpriced, it is overpriced, but it's a gift. I wouldn't buy it for myself because I think it's overpriced. I'd rather just get the full iPad.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I know that she knows how to use it. And so if I got her a Kindle, it'd be like, it's one of those things where that's probably what I would buy myself, would be the new Kindle Fire HD, because it's appropriately priced.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you give it as a gift, and it's like, yeah, okay. And she doesn't know how to use it. She's very technologically.
My mom has a Kindle,
impaired.
and she just got her iPhone, so she's doing better with that. But my mom still needs to learn how to download pictures off of her phone.
Yeah.
That's how both my parents are. My dad's like,
iCloud.
Yeah, my dad's like, oh, can you show me how to put pictures or put music onto my Sony, Walkman or whatever? And it's the MP3 player, Walkman or whatever. It's just like, okay, why don't you? He's like, I was like, well, you go online. Why don't you look up the directions and it shows you how to do that? Like, well, I don't feel like doing that. I have to write it out for him. It's our parents, it's like whatever.
Yeah,
so,
my mom is technologically declined.
Yeah. So, and of course, for Christmas, I don't know what I'm getting, if anything, now, because now that I bought the Keurig with my iPhone money on Amazon, I think Mama Thomas got pretty pissed when I told her that. By the way,
yeah, that's why I'm not allowed.
She's like,
to.
"You did what? I had that already for you." Now it's going to be like,
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I keep. I do this window shopping on Amazon where I'll look on Amazon and be like, oh, I want that. I want that.
Yeah, put it on the wish list. That's what I do.
That's what I've been doing.
Exactly.
But like I've been doing that, and my girlfriend's like, don't buy stuff because you've bought like everything I wanted to buy you. So.
Just buy. Do you know what you're getting her?
I've gotten her 2 gifts already, and I need to buy a 3rd one.
24/7 Casey Cochran time.
She already has that.
It's the gift. It's like the jelly in the month. It's like the jelly in the month club. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
So I know what I'm doing for most people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna.
I have no idea.
I'm not spending a lot on people this Christmas just because I can't really afford it.
Yeah.
So I'm putting more thought into my gifts. So it'll be fun. I know what I'm getting you.
You know what's
I know
funny?
what I'm getting you.
What's that?
I know what I'm getting you.
I have an idea what I'm getting you, actually. Yeah. Big pie.
I owe you a birthday present, but that'll be coming.
I didn't get you anything.
Yeah, you did. You got me a 6-pack of Dogfish Head pumpkin ale.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
It's a 4-pack.
4-pack.
I should have just said 6.
Man, that was expensive.
No, I gave you that, and I gave you. Didn't I give you? No, I just gave you.
You give me the Chick-fil-A coupon and then the crown.
That's right. No, I kind of already thought about what I'm going to get you for Christmas. I'm gonna do you a big favor. I'm gonna spoil the surprise, but I'm gonna take Nikita off your hands and put her in the pound.
That's mean. I'm supposed to have a meeting with a behavioral specialist here soon. I had to reschedule it.
A little late for that, I think.
No, it's not.
I'll leave it. I'll let it be.
Yeah.
I'll let it be.
Let it be.
We're out of time.
As Paul McCartney would say, let it be.
We are out of time, unfortunately.
We are.
Yeah, we are way past time. Anywho, find us on iTunes. Find us on Twitter, BNCEXP, Facebook, Facebook.com/Brian and Casey Experience, Podbean. Well, we're the next upcoming episode, obviously, spoiler alert, if you haven't listened to the last couple of episodes, the James Bond extravaganza episode is unofficially what we're calling it right now, anyway. Everything Bond, gadgets, villains, girls, case we got a lot of stuff to cover on there. But like I said, nothing beats Thanksgiving like James Bond, because every year, for as long as I've been around, they've always had the Bond marathon.
I really want the Bond set for Christmas.
Ask Gamber for that.
I did.
Just don't buy it yet.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have the money.
Spoiler, I think my dad's going to get it for Christmas too. So anyway.
Donald Duck. Are you getting Donald Duck anything?
I don't know what I'm getting him. I'm going to give him the bird, because that's what he would do to me.
The bird.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah. Anywho, we will catch you next time. Until then, everybody, I would say have a great Thanksgiving, Case. But
happy Thanksgiving.
But I will see you before then, though.
Will you?
Maybe not.
No, you won't.
Happy Turkey Day, Case.
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day. Okay.
Turkey for you. Turkey for me.
You dance again, I swear to Christ, I'm going to slap you upside the head.
I'm tapping my foot.
Yeah, good for you. Anyway, we're out of here. Peace out. We'll check you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Change.